guys, welcome to my channel among.stouts. If you're new here, my name is Samantha and I am a homeschooling stay-at-home mom of 4 kiddos. And in today's video, I have a collaboration, and this collaboration is brought to you by Lauren over at The Practical Homeschooler. So I will have the playlist in the description along with a link directly to her channel so you guys can go and check out her video and her channel and go ahead and watch all of her videos and like them and subscribe. I think that you guys are really going to enjoy her channel and her content. She is also a homeschooling mom and she's homeschooling 3 really cute little girls. So again, go over and check out Lauren's channel over at The Practical Homeschooler, and that link will be down in the description. So the video that I have for you guys today is all about budgeting and how we do certain things in our homes, whether it relates to just how our household works or a part of our homeschool. We are all bringing you something unique and different as to how we use our budgets in our home. So for me, in my video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I budget our monthly and weekly groceries for a family of 6 here in my home. So something that I am doing lately, most of what I'm doing lately is new because I noticed a few months ago that our grocery budget was just getting way out of control. We were 1, spending way too much, 2, not eating the things that we bought, and 3, eating out way too much. So as summer was ending, I was already starting to get into a routine of planning out specific breakfasts, lunches, and dinners for my kids. And I've always kind of done really well on snacks. They know when they get their snacks and they know exactly what their snacks are. But when it comes to lunch, especially from myself and my husband, ever since he's been working from home, that's been one meal that we have not been very structured on as far as for him and I go. And we would resort to ordering out a lot, whether it was Mexican food is one of our favorites to order out for lunch, or we would do Schlotzsky's or Subway or something of that sort and get salads. So we were just spending way too much outside of our grocery budget on eating out. And I noticed that that was also happening around dinner because even though I was buying certain foods that I wanted to make for certain dishes, I never really planned them out or set it in stone, and I wasn't really sticking to my meal plan that I was coming up with in my head because I didn't have it really written down anywhere. And the few times that I was writing down my meal plan, I would stick to it, but I was very inconsistent with it. So again, we would find ourselves eating out, ordering takeout or doing whatever for dinner time. And so that's really wasteful whenever you're buying all of this food and it's already costing you so much money. You're buying this food and then you're wasting it because you're ordering out. So I knew that that had to change. My husband knew that that had to change because we really want to focus more on our budget and our spending. And one of the areas that we desperately needed improvement on was surrounding our monthly food budget. So what we've done is we spend, well, lately it's been working out to where we spend about $1,000 to $1,100 a month on groceries, and that's 1 trip to Costco, which food alone will cost us from about $450 to $500. And at Costco, that's where we're getting all of our pantry and freezer items. And so a lot of our pastas and mac and cheeses and breads and buns and those kinds of things. So anything that we can put in our pantry that we can buy in bulk that everybody in our house eats. So cereal's another one of them, oatmeal's another one. And then also snacks. I do not buy my kids snacks at the regular grocery store because for almost the same price you can get a large quantity in bulk at Costco. So once a month is whenever I get all of our pantry and freezer items along with all of the snacks that my kids will have throughout the month. And that's how we do that. And so then I do a weekly shop for our lunches and dinners. So a lot of the things that I get from Costco, with the exception of the fruit, I can use for breakfast. So that's like our eggs, our bread for toast, our bagels, biscuits, yogurts, all of those things I can get at Costco. And that will hold us for about 2 to 3 weeks. And I probably would have to repurchase maybe at one of our weekly grocery shops, like at the end of the month, for like yogurt and eggs or something like that. But as long as we kind of mix it up and spread things around, and we do well with that, we can usually use everything that I buy from Costco for our breakfast. And then again, for our lunch, I like to keep on hand some frozen pizzas. So we've tried mini pizzas at Costco, and my kids didn't really like those. If they're gonna have a frozen pizza, like a personal frozen pizza, they really like the Totino's ones. And you can get a decent size. I think it's like between 4 and 6 count Totino pizza at Walmart for just a few dollars. So that's usually where I get that from. But like we like to keep the Ritz crackers and Goldfish, and they have a really good dairy-free, gluten-free cracker there that my youngest likes to eat because he can't have dairy. So while my oldest will eat the Goldfish, he'll eat those. And then I like to get the naan bread and hummus from Costco because that makes a really good lunch, and that's something that we can have either for, I think we can have it twice over the course of two or 3 weeks worth of lunches. We can have that in our rotation 2 or 3 times. And then chicken nuggets. I always stock up our freezer with chicken nuggets. So again, a lot of our lunch items can also come from Costco. We also get our lunch meat from there. And so generally what I'm buying from our local grocery store, so whether it's H-E-B or Walmart on a weekly basis, are meats, which sometimes we'll get it at Walmart, sometimes H-E-B, and sometimes my husband will just go up the street to our local meat market, depending on what they have on hand, and get our meat from there. So our meats, our fruits, and our veggies is what we are getting from our local grocery store on a weekly basis. And then if we run out of something like bread or milk, we do oat milk, or eggs or something like that, then we'll add that in as well. So that is kind of how we do our shopping. Once a month at Costco, and then 4 times, so over the course of a month it's 4 times, once per week at our local grocery store. And how I decide where I'm gonna go is, lately I use my planner here. I have the planner from Hovenhaven, and I actually have a video all about this planner with the flip through of the pages that are included, so I will link that video for you guys so you can check it out. But I really love the weekly meal plan sheets in here. My two-year-old got to this one, so it's tore up, and I taped it back together. But it has a spot here for your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, and then your grocery list. So what I've been doing is filling out like what we have on hand that my kids can eat for breakfast. So for this week, they can have bagels, we're gonna boil some eggs, we have toast, yogurt, biscuits, and cereal. So then I'll just plan out throughout the week, and I will put it on our board so that they know exactly what to eat, because I was noticing that I don't do my kids' breakfast, they make their own breakfast, but whenever I give them just the choices, they take forever to decide what they want. So now, ever since starting school, I plan out based off of this exactly what they're having each morning. So one morning they'll have bagels and fruit, or bagels and yogurt. They'll do cereal and fruit, or cereal and yogurt, or just cereal, biscuits with whatever. And then on the other side over here, I write down all of the fruit that I'm going to purchase. And so this is one of those things, if H-E-B is having a really good sale on their fruit and or their meat, then I'll shop at H-E-B. If they're not, then I'll just shop at Walmart because their prices tend to be better. So here I was, one of our dinner items that we are having this week is fajitas, and H-E-B has like this, and I'll show you guys, I have my groceries sitting out over there to show you guys our weekly grocery haul too. But H-E-B sells pre-marinated like fajita meat, and I don't know if Walmart does or not, but I doubt it compares to H-E-B. So if we're doing fajitas, we're getting that meat from H-E-B. So since I knew I wanted to get that, especially because it was on sale this week, I went ahead and I planned out our fruit based on what they have on sale at H-E-B this week. So initially I wanted to get blueberries and raspberries and strawberries and all the berries, but those were not on sale. However, the bananas, grapes, and oranges were, so that is what I got for this week. So my kids will have bananas, grapes, and oranges to choose from. So whenever I say that they can have, like, say they're having bagel and fruit, they can have a bagel. They'll have, well, they usually have 2 bagels because I get them the little mini ones. They can put cream cheese on it, and then they'll just pick out their fruit. They don't take as long to pick out their fruit as they do if they were picking out their entire breakfast. And then we'll come down to lunch, and I have snacky lunch, pizza bagels, naan and hummus, grilled cheese sandwiches, and nuggets. And these are just the options. And so depending on the day, I don't always make my kids lunches. But since we started back at school, it's kind of just been easier for me to do it, since my younger two are like not doing schoolwork and my older two are still working. It's just easier, I feel, for me to come down here and just get it done, and then they all eat together. So I've been making their lunches, but usually before they would make their own lunches, and they definitely make their own lunches on the weekends. But if I have the time and I'm not busy or doing anything else with any of the younger kids, I don't mind making the lunch for everyone. And then for this week for dinner, I have our dinner put down here. I actually had a HelloFresh box come in, which I thought that I had canceled, but I didn't. So we weren't doing HelloFresh for a while, but I guess I didn't cancel all of them. So I got charged for HelloFresh. So I ended up just going ahead and factoring that into this and into our grocery budget. So we'll have 2 HelloFresh meals and then a spinach tortellini soup, some cheesy stuffed shells, fajitas, and then a chicken Alfredo. And then down here, I just put all of my items that I need for groceries. And just a little tip for you guys, and this is something that I am 100% aware of as for myself. When I actually go to the store to go shopping, I start to shop for all of the things that I see and want, and not necessarily only the things that I need. So I have always, actually, even when we lived in Colorado, I've loved doing delivery or grocery orders for curbside or for delivery. And we had the option when we moved here to Texas to do curbside for H-E-B, but then once COVID hit, they implemented delivery also. So that was one of the things that they had on sale. I don't know, they had it discounted for some reason. The delivery fee and the personal shopper fee were taken off. So it was free to do delivery this week. So I went ahead and did delivery, but usually with H-E-B, only their curbside is free. So I usually will do curbside unless they're doing something for delivery and you can get it for free, then I'll do delivery. So that is how I meal plan for the week. I feel like for me, it's a lot easier to do it week by week versus the whole month, just because I feel like if I eat something one week and it was really good, and this goes for me, my husband, or any of my kids, we may want it again the next week. And I just don't want to have to deal with like changing up my schedule, because I don't know, I could write it in pencil and monthly meal plan, but weekly meal planning seems to be working out nicely for me. So those are my tips on grocery, like getting prepped for your groceries on a budget. Definitely shop the sales. So if you have a few different grocery stores that you can look at their sales ads, I know with H-E-B, they have an app, so I can easily go on their app and just click on the weekly ad for this week and quickly see everything that's on sale and easily compare that, because I kind of already know what the prices are at Walmart, unless they're having a sale, but usually everything's about the same at Walmart all the time. So I can kind of get an idea just by checking H-E-B's weekly ad on if I want to shop at H-E-B that week or not. They are more expensive than Walmart usually, and those are my only 2 options. So back when we lived in Colorado, we had a lot more options for grocery stores, but here I have H-E-B and Walmart to choose from. So those are the only 2 that I have to compare. But if you live somewhere else where you have more grocery stores, definitely it's a little bit more effort and footwork, but if you're really trying to stick to your budget, shop all of the, or look at all of the different ads and see where you can get the best bang for your buck, like where are the best sales. And the other thing that I do that I forgot to mention, when I'm making my meal plan, I like to look to see what I already have on hand, and then I plan my meals around that, so that I'm not spending so much every week on additional food items. So if I have everything that I need for a recipe, but I need like a sauce, then I'll get it, because I know that I'm going to use all of those ingredients I already have, and that new sauce is going to get used, so that I'm not constantly adding to what I already have, but getting better at using up what we buy, because we've been really bad at that in the past. So that's the other thing, is like shop your own pantry, fridge, and freezer first and kind of see what meals you can get based off of what you already have. And if you have to buy an ingredient or two to make a recipe work for you, do that. If you can make one of those recipes, if you can tweak it a little bit so that you don't have to buy anything at all, that's even better. So that's my second tip. So yes, that is the other tip that I have for you guys. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and go look at the items that I did have to purchase for this week in our weekly grocery shopping. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the things that I had to purchase for this week. There are a couple of things that I purchased that I didn't necessarily need as a part of my grocery meal plan for this week, but I need them for other things, and I'll show you guys what those are. But let's go ahead and start on this side. I have 0 onions, and I always like to have onions on hand because I cook with them so much. So I went ahead and got a bag of onions. We got 2 bunches of bananas. We got some mandarin oranges and some grapes. I got orange juice here. And then I got our fajita veggies, and this was kind of a splurge item. This is one of those things that this was purely purchased out of convenience, not price. It is a lot cheaper to just get your vegetables that you need for fajitas and chop them up. But because I had so many of my ingredients already on hand, I was still way under budget for this grocery haul. So I went ahead and splurged to go ahead and make my life a little bit easier. And I bought this already chopped up peppers and onions. And then here is that fajita meat that I was telling you guys about. This is just the HEB fajitas. We got the chicken because the chicken is what was on sale for such a great price. This is almost 4 pounds and it was $11. Their steak fajitas are also really good. And then I just got this HEB Italian sausage. And this is for that tortellini soup. And then I needed some pasta sauces, so I got this Bertolli 4 cheese Alfredo, and then these were both on sale at HEB this week. And so here's the Central Market marinara sauce. I got 1 loaf of bread because we do currently have 1 in the freezer, and we also already have a bagel in the freezer, so I got 1 more. And I'm going to take out what's in the freezer and just replace it with this. These are some of the things that I've learned I don't like running out of. Just like to make sure I have bread items on rotation at all times. And then I got some basil, and I can use up this little pack of basil in the majority of the recipes that I'm making this week. Same with the spinach. I got some baby spinach. I got 2 Caesar salad kits, and then we have some eggs already, so I just got another dozen to make sure we had enough to get through the week. And then these are not on the meal plan, but because it's Sunday right now, and we didn't plan out dinner, so we're going to have burgers and hot dogs. So I got some sausage and some hot dogs there. And then back here, this is the other stuff that I picked up. These are just little packs of candy, and these are for my tutor treasure box. So my kids fill up their treasure mats. Well, whenever the kids that I tutor fill up their treasure maps, they can go to my treasure box and pick a prize. So I got those to add to the other little prizes that I have in there. And that's it. It is a very small weekly haul, but because we already have the majority of all of the ingredients that we need for this week here at home. So that is really nice. Okay guys, that is all of the groceries that I needed to buy this week in order to make this full menu plan happen. So as you saw, it was very, very few items because I'm really trying to take it seriously when I say shop what you already have first and make your meals around that. I feel like my freezer, my pantry, my cabinets all need to be cleared out, and the only way to have that happen is to eat what I buy. I am so tired of wasting food, and I feel like this way is just going to help us budget and take control over our food budget a lot better. So I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing how I'm starting to budget our groceries for a family of 6 on a monthly and weekly basis. I hope that this video has been helpful for you Don't forget to head over to Lauren's channel over at The Practical Homeschooler and check out her video as well as all of the other videos on her channel. And there are so many amazing moms with great, wonderful channels that are participating in this collab. So also make sure that you go down to that link to the playlist and go ahead and click play and watch all of the videos there. I don't know yet what all they are talking about, but because they all have wonderful channels with great content and videos that I've enjoyed, I know that whatever they're putting out is going to be really good. So make sure you head over and watch all of their videos too. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, checking out my meal plan and how we are taking control over our food budget in our household. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the like. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit subscribe. I would love to have you here as a part of my community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!